Hello everybody, and today I have something really different planned today for you. This video is going to be unlike anything I've ever done before, so sit back and enjoy. We're always obsessed with our tanks. That's what we're all about, is keeping our critters, shrimp, fish, whatever, in our little man-made ecosystems. Well, I've always enjoyed to go out in nature and see how it really is. And so this place, while I was growing up, was always one of my most favorite places because it's an old limestone quarry, and they was mining it out back in like the late 1800s, late 1800s, early 1900s, I do believe. And it's right by a big river, and so when they got so far down, they hit a natural spring, and I guess the story goes that the whole thing filled up with water in a matter of days. So there's people go scuba diving down there, and you can see all the old mining equipment and everything. I've never done that, but I was able to get this. Snorkel, and this is more than just a little kid's pool toy. This is like a pretty decent one. Not real nice, but pretty decent, good enough to do what we're doing. And I wanted to go there. Can't go scuba diving. I'm not equipped with that or have to know how to do that. But I was pretty sure I could snorkel. So I got that snorkel and took me and my 3 kids. We went there. They helped me film. So I've been going here since I was little, and we even took my kids when they're little. So take a look at this picture here. My wife insisted we do a before and current pic, and I'll put it up here on the screen. So that was something like 16 years ago, I believe. My youngest wasn't even born yet, so that's me and my 2 oldest, who are now 20 and 18. So this snorkel thing, scuba diving, I've always wanted to go down there. I mean, it's so cool. You can walk right up on the beach, and there's fish everywhere. They come up and nibble on you. That's always been a thing. There's other parts of the lake you can go fishing, and you can see the fish right there. It's so awesome. This place is so cool. They have like 6-foot long paddlefish. Spoonbills, they also go by. Great big long prehistoric fish that's real skinny, and they're filter feeders. They swim around like a whale with their mouth open, feeding on plankton. So that's pretty cool. And so I talked about my kids helping me. Let's see who the camera people are in this whole operation. This is my son Joe, my oldest Elena, and my youngest Briley, and of course myself. So you may be thinking, all right, this place sounds freaking awesome. Where is it? How do I get there? Well, it is about 4 or 5 miles west of a little town in Indiana called Logansport, and the actual park name is called France Park. If you're anywhere close, or if you're driving by, I recommend you guys check it out. So for all of us, being the very first time we ever went scuba diving, I think it all went pretty smooth for this right here.
The ball got stuck.
The ball got stuck?
I came up and it didn't come back in.
Alright, so now that disaster has been avoided. With the snorkel mishap, let's take a look at what we saw here. And so you walk up on a nice sandy beach, right up on the beach, and as you walk out, you get so far out, and then you see a whole bunch of weeds. I think they maintain the beach area and rip all the weeds out, keep it clear so people can enjoy the beach. But then when you get out so far, and that's where not all, but most of the fish are right there at the edge of the abyss. You know, it really sinks down, and there's just a great big huge wall of plants. Now, I'm not 100% for sure what plants they are, but in my opinion, they look a lot like hornwort. I don't know if hornwort lives all the way up in Indiana, but it's something along those lines. When I was just a little guy, I remember I told you guys I've been coming here ever since I was just a little kid. I would bring my fish nets, and I would try to catch the fish. Now, these bluegill, you never had a chance to catch those, but you could catch the little shad minnows. Now, it's pretty cool because everyone goes and well, not everyone, but if you go fishing and use minnows or have used minnows in the past, most minnows that we use are shad minnows. And here you see great big huge full grown shad. They're like 10 inches long. It's pretty cool, but a few times I was able to catch a little minnow here, but these bluegill are very, very elusive. And if you come out here on the ledge, which you'll see here later, there's bass out here. Now, when I remember coming out here when I was a kid, and I remember all I ever had was like a pair of goggles, as long as you could hold your breath. But this, with having a snorkel, you can just chill here and just watch them and see how they behave, and it's so awesome. But back to the bass, we did see a bass and we did catch it on video, so you have to stick around a little bit to the end and see that. But it was a good sized smallmouth bass. And I remember being a kid, I never saw the spoonbills, the great big huge spoonbills up on the beach area. But there's trails, there's walking trails that go all along, and you walk along the edge of the cliff and you look down, and you're down there, and then when you're down there on them trails, you can look down and you see these great big huge fish, and those are the spoonbills. Those are super awesome when you see them in person like that. But also when I was a kid, I used to see big bass. Now, we come here really, really early in the morning, and we was freezing the water because this place gets super busy, I'll tell you that much. So we wanted to come here and do some filming. So we come here at first thing in the morning, right when it opened up. It was like 63 degrees out, and we was swimming. Oh my God, it was so cold. If you stayed in the water, it wasn't too bad. But once you walked out of the water, you better get dry quick because you're about to freeze that early in the morning. Now, most of this footage here that you'll see is bluegill. Look at that. That almost looks like some kind of breeding action. And when you sit here and look at them, I mean, they behave and kind of act, and their shape and everything even reminds me of cichlids. I've got the snorkel. You can just chill there and watch their behavior. It's pretty awesome. So I really got to enjoy them at a different level. The snorkel was a pretty good investment. I can't wait to go back again now. For me, I did have a great big huge beard, and I trimmed it almost down to nothing, but I didn't trim it down enough. So I only had about a minute and a half until mine filled with water. But the kids don't have a beard, especially the girls, obviously. And they could go for the one video, this video that my son got for me. He was like 12 minutes straight of being down underneath the water without having to come up. So that he got this footage here is mostly his. Look at them, they kind of chase each other. And another thing, they'll come and nip at your feet when you're walking around. I think you're stirring up the sand, and they like to pick at the sand as you disturb it. But I don't know if that's a thing for bluegills everywhere, but these guys, they're probably tame. They're used to being around dozens of people every day during the summer, and so I think they're just used to it. But the sand, it looks just like a fish tank down here with big tall plants in the background. But I mean, this thing is super massive, obviously. There's the bass. Look at that thing. And you can hear my boy freaking out. He has recently picked up the hobby of being a bass fisherman, and so this was the highlight of his day right there for sure. He tried to chase it, but bass are really fast. So that's our beach adventure at France Park with the snorkel. Thanks for watching. Go underwater. Switch.
I want a selfie with my glasses.
Okay. How are you gonna do that underwater?
No, she wants one like that.
I'm taking a video, so.
Okay, well.
Oh, you're taking a video? I was like, how many pictures is this dude gonna take?
He's taking a vlog.
Is that what it is?
Hey guys, welcome back to the Chan Chan. Today's a vlog at the beach.
Hello everybody. Welcome back to our day in the life in Mark Kelly's water. Vlog at the beach.
Dang, Elena, you got a lot of water up in there. Because I had to take it off or I can barely touch.
You ready? Alright, someone's gotta do me. It's already going. She's just pointing at me.
Yo, look at him go. He's so inspirational for show.
Oh shit.